Take a look at these comments. Now tell me, do you agree with the left side or right side? Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I agree with the left side. But why? Stay tuned, because the real reason is gonna shock you. I am a Messi fan. And if that didn't blow your mind, let me shock you again. If you are a Ronaldo fan, you agree with the comments on the right side. And that's not because you are some genius with insane ball knowledge. That's because you are a Ronaldo fan. If you watch football, you probably have a favorite in this Messi-Ronaldo debate. You don't have to be a die-hard fan, but you prefer one of them. Whether you're a fan of one of their former clubs, like their style of play or personality, there is something that is pushing you to either side of this debate. I highly doubt that you are completely neutral, and if you are, you're lying. For example, I am a Barcelona fan, and therefore I think Messi is a better player. If you prefer Messi, you agree with me. If you prefer Ronaldo, you're probably yelling at your screen. But you know what? Let's forget who is our favorite. Let's ignore our stupid biases and let's end this debate for once and for all. It's time to decide who is objectively a better player, Messi or Ronaldo. But how do we even do that? How do we decide who is better? Is it a player with more goals, more trophies, the better prime, better longevity? Is it a player who had a bigger impact on his team? A player who is more complete? Or a player who has bought more penalties? Here's our first problem. We can't even agree on the rules. For example, you might think that goals matter the most, while others can say trophies or the importance for the team. To decide this debate objectively, we need clear criteria we can all agree on, but that's just impossible. But even though it's not possible, let's pretend it is. Let's say the best player is the combination of two things: the impact on his team and his trophy cabinet. For example, a substitute goalkeeper can win every trophy in the world, but he barely contributes. Meanwhile, a random player from a mid-table team can play like prime Maradona every week, but no one really cares. Let's say the impact on their team is the most important factor, while trophies are the second. Messi fans will tell you his value goes far beyond just his goals. They think that his dribbling and creativity are making him a much more complete player than Ronaldo. However, Ronaldo fans will say exactly the same about their idol. They see Ronaldo as a more complete player because he can score goals with both feet and is much more dangerous in the air. They will also add that Ronaldo is setting a better example with his work ethic, and he is a much better leader, which is probably true. But since Messi has his cult of psychopaths who would kill for him, die for him, and even destroy their European career for him, I guess that doesn't really matter. Let's talk about trophies. Messi has more trophies than Ronaldo. That's a fact. However, Ronaldo fans will argue that European football is much more competitive than South American football, and therefore trophies like the Euros and even the Nations League are more valuable than Copa America. Messi fans can say that Messi has the biggest trophy in football, but Ronaldo has more Champions Leagues. So here comes another problem. Even if we agree on the rules, we still can't agree on what those rules actually mean. What does it even mean to be a complete player? Which player has the biggest impact on his team? Manuel Neuer doesn't contribute to his team in the same way as Ronaldo. How can we compare their overall impact? And yeah, I know Messi might not be a goalkeeper, but he is still a very different player. It's impossible to say who is more important when they do different things. I grew up watching Messi. I was fascinated by the things he was able to do on the pitch. The way he was able to go effortlessly past 3, 4, 5, 6 players was unbelievable. Now, when I'm looking at other players, I might not even realize it, but I'm comparing everyone to Messi because he set the standards for me. If a player plays in a similar style as him, I automatically like him. Meanwhile, when I watch Ronaldo, I'm not that impressed. Yeah, he's a phenomenal goal scorer, but he doesn't perform magic in the same way as Messi, at least not in my eyes. If you grew up idolizing Ronaldo, it's probably the opposite. You were stunned by his step-overs, power shots, or bicycle kicks, and that has shaped the way you look at footballers. When you see a player like Messi, you might not be amazed, because in your head, the picture of the best player in the world looks different. If you ask who is better, Messi or Ronaldo, there is not really a right answer, but there is no wrong answer either. It all depends on how you see football, on your perspective. And your perspective is shaped by your memories, preferences, and emotions, and that is something we just can't avoid. We can't separate our logic from our emotions. We form our opinions with emotions and then back it up with logic. If you tell me that Ronaldo is a better player than Messi because he has scored more goals, I will disagree, because emotionally, I think Messi is the best player in the world, and I justify it with something like Messi has played less games or Messi has more assists. Similarly, if I tell a Ronaldo fan that Messi is better because he has won a World Cup, he will disagree and say something like Messi played with better teammates or Messi has paid referees. It's not about our logic, it's about our taste. Everyone has their own taste for food, music, but also football. If you think pizza is the best food in the world, I can give you 100 reasons why sushi is better, but I'm still not gonna change your mind, even though my 100 reasons could be completely logical. You don't prefer pizza over sushi because of logic, but because you prefer the taste of it. The same way you don't prefer Messi or Ronaldo because he is objectively better, but because you like him more. But maybe there is still one way we can settle this debate. Comment who do you prefer, Messi or Ronaldo, and whoever will show up more in the comments is officially the GOAT.